What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run getting things done. And man, have y'all been keeping up with this Diddy trial? It has been shocking and not in the way I was expecting to be shocked, but shocking nonetheless. You guys, Cassie got up there on the stand. She testified, and initially, I'm wondering to myself, when she's cross examined, when the defense gets to question her, how are they going to manage discrediting her without looking awful? And they managed to do just that. Cassie, who's moved on, Cassie, who's sitting there pregnant, Cassie, who's married, she looked very sympathetic. And I just really wondered how in the world the defense was going to be able to question her and try to undermine her testimony without them just seeming like monsters. And Diddy's brilliant team of lawyers, they have made the impossible possible. They've gotten her to admit to certain things. They've gotten her to admit to not only willfully participating in the freak offs, but in many cases being the initiator. How about that? Uh, they essentially have created an image of her being the Bonnie. All right, but was Bonnie and Clyde? She's essentially the Bonnie to his Clyde. It's really a surprising turn of events. They're basically making it seem like she jumped out of the relationship when she saw danger, not because she couldn't stay there any longer. In terms of the freak offs, those were not what we all thought they were. Everyone, myself included, for the freak offs, people imagine these parties, these like orgies where you have different celebrities and they're just kind of all participating in this wild, sex party. And from what it seems like, the way this has been conveyed, and Cassie was not disputing this, she actually confirmed this. The freak offs were her, Diddy, and usually an escort, whoever that they got to be the third person. So that was different. We were expecting the freak offs to be something a lot more nefarious than what it ended up being. So yeah, this has really been a very surprising thing. They also they also got Cassie to admit to cheating on Kid Cudi when she was in a relationship with him. She apparently was still doing the freak offs with Diddy while she was dating him. So they have successfully taken a woman that looked very innocent, very much like a victim, and instead of them trying to paint her out to be someone who's not a victim, they just have asked her the right questions and let her answers be what you judge. I gotta hand it to Diddy, man. His lawyer team, they are brilliant. So far, up to this point, the only thing they've really been able to establish, the prosecution, is that Diddy's a freak, which, I mean, we all knew about this. The human trafficking element, that's not been proven. I mean, that was obviously something that he was charged with, but that's not been proven. All these other allegations of, assault, the SA tight, that's not been proven. I mean, we've heard about drugs. That's not come up yet, really, but I'm pretty sure that his very capable defense team has something for that to counter it. I don't think they're going to lean into that themselves. They're only going to combat what the prosecution brings up. So whatever the prosecution brings up, they're going to focus on fighting exclusively that. I don't think they're going to go in any direction unnecessarily. But I'm pretty sure that they have taken into account all things that could be brought up in this trial and have a counter for it. So the alleged drug use, I'm sure they've already considered that, and they have something to say, something to defend against it. What that is, I guess we'll find out if that bridge is ever crossed. But man, Diddy's defense has put on such a masterclass and has been running circles around the prosecution so effectively that some people are starting to wonder if the prosecution is intentionally throwing this case. How wild is that? I don't think the prosecution is intentionally throwing this case. I think this is just a prosecution that is just not as capable as the defensive team. I mean, you could clearly see, it's like, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to them, but this match seems like amateurs versus pros. Obviously, the prosecutors, they're not amateurs, but in the way that Diddy's team is dealing with them and just navigating this trial so effectively, yeah, it's like watching amateurs versus pros. They're really good at what they do. It's almost scary how effective they are at fleeing away any and all attacks that have come their way. So yeah, because they have been so good at this, you got people thinking that somehow Diddy may have gotten to them and they are intentionally throwing this case. I don't think that's so. If you're on that prosecution, you want a big fish like Diddy. You want this under your belt. This will do wonders for your career. I mean, I guess win or lose, it could boost your career, but if they lose this case, I don't think it'll boost any of their careers, because look how it's like they're not ready. It's like they just weren't prepared. Almost like they thought this case was going to be a slam dunk. And it's been anything but. Diddy's lawyers did not come to lose. They did not. You can tell they believe they got this. I'm going to leave it there, though, y'all. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.